In my previous video for the Atari VCS, I gave you guys a list of the top 10 games to try for the Atari VCS. In the original list, I had suggested Seggy, A Fart from Melusina, Super Mash, Sir Lovelot, Something Ate My Aliens, Mutia Zone, Addo, Jetboard Joust, Utopos, Guntech, and Danger Scavenger. I also gave honorable mentions to Air Console, Antstream Arcade, Atari Vault 1 and 2, and D-Generation. Truthfully, I wasn't really sure how my video game reviews were going to be edited or filmed at the time, so my original video lacked a bit of enthusiasm and quality. So here's to a better video. I plan to make more videos like these in the future, so please give me a like and subscribe to help my small channel. In 6 months' time, I do plan to do another video on games to try out for the Atari VCS, so keep an eye out for part 2. In this video, we will discuss some new games to try in 2022 on your Atari VCS. Here's an updated list of games that you should both try, and some new titles that you should keep your eye out for as well. Darkside Detective is a supernatural point-and-click adventure following the world of Detective McQueen and Officer Dooley in Twin City. There are a total of 6 cases to solve, plus 3 bonus cases, and an enriched pun-filled story to immerse yourself in. Darkside Detective was originally released in 2017, but a direct sequel was released in April of 2021. You can also play A Fumble in the Dark on the Atari VCS, which offers a follow-up to the first game. The first game is a bit more of an easier pace, but A Fumble in the Dark amps up the difficulty only slightly to offer a bit more of a challenge compared to the original game. These games offer a hilariously fast-paced narrative that allows you to lose track of time. Overall, these games can be completed within a speed run of roughly 6 hours, but you'll obviously spend more time here unable to put down the controller. Pedra, Crystal Caves, is an indie puzzle game made by Ian Weeks, which at the time of release was an Atari VCS exclusive. Pedra, Crystal Castles is either a sequel to or a direct remake of the original Pedra, released for Android in 2015. Ian Weeks is known for making other games such as Roids, Guardian Wars, Tile Wars 3D, and Tower Slam. There are rumors of Guardian Wars coming to the VCS, but a date has yet to be announced. Pedra Crystal Caves is a puzzle game where the objective is to control a cube with a red side that allows you to paint other placements on the tile board. Highlighting keys and power-ups unlocks things and treats you to some awesome special effects. You have to be wary of glass blocks and various other obstacles that aim to hurt you along the way. You can earn currency throughout a total of 48 levels to unlock other features that help you throughout the game. You'll need these to outbest the timer that ticks in the top left corner. If you're a fan of puzzle games, then this game is just for you. Centipede Recharge is an absolute banger of a remake to the classic Centipede games based heavily on the classic arcade title. It offers a new design and a co-op feature. This is part of the Recharge series coming to the VCS, and as it stands, Missile Command Recharged and Black Widow Recharged are available as well. Exclusively to the VCS, there are 10 extra challenge stages and achievements to unlock. Also, it's worth noting that the amazing Megan McDuffie composed the entire soundtrack for the 4 Recharge games, minus Missile Command, as this came out years earlier. Megan McDuffie was a fantastic choice for the Recharge series, and I'm hoping to see a Tempest Recharge in the future. Definitely a fantastic game to pick up in 2022. Sydney Hunter is a homage to the 8-bit and 16-bit era and was made by Collector Vision Studios. Collector Vision Studios are notorious for releasing homebrews for older hardware, but today, cue Sydney Hunter Curse of the Mind for the Atari VCS, a new title for a new console. It's a puzzle platform in the vein of Metroidvania. As much as I'd like to go into detail about this game, I unfortunately cannot. There is so much to say about this title that I would need to make a separate video for entirely. With that in mind, let's move on to the next one. Asteroid Recharge is yet another game for the Recharge series and offers similar graphics to Centipede Recharge, which is the overall 80s synthwave aesthetic that defines the Recharge series. One of the newer titles to be released by Atari, also featuring a co-op mode. The objective is to survive and blast asteroids to build up that score for the leaderboards. This is an absolute must-have on your Atari VCS. A 5th game in the series, known as Breakout Recharge, has yet to be released but is coming soon. Boulder Deluxe was an Atari VCS exclusive that came first to the Atari VCS but was later ported to other systems. Boulder Deluxe is yet another reimagining of the classic game Boulder Dash. Boulder Deluxe offers hundreds of levels and themes, loaded with dozens of new designs for creatures and even some new ones, also featuring a classic mode with some of the original levels. There is also an unlock system for abilities and skins that you can earn throughout the game. It's a very addictive pick up and play. I admit that in my earlier video I should have mentioned Boulder Deluxe as one of the top 10, but at the time of its release I admit that I didn't give the game a chance as I didn't like the overall presentation. I decided to buy the game weeks after my previous video and found that the screenshots were very misleading. I absolutely love this game and I still have levels that I've yet to complete. Definitely a fantastic game to try. Dark Chambers was a dungeon crawler made in the vein of Midway's 1985 video game known as Gauntlet. This little 2-player co-op was originally released in 1988 for the Atari 7800 and is featured on Atari VCS utilizing the 7800 emulator application, alongside various other games as part of a series of Flashback Friday titles. There are a total of 26 levels that repeats and amps up in difficulty. Planet Smashers is a simple vertical shoot 'em up based on 7800 hardware. It's a slow-paced shooter with the objective of saving the human race. At its price of $2.99, this shooter offers some decent enough gameplay and is easy to pick up and play. If you'd like to test the game out for free, Antstream Arcade also offers a modified version. The only real issue with the Score Chaser is the fact that the graphics do look a bit dated, but it doesn't really take away from the gameplay, an acquired taste for most. Ninja Golf was yet another game for the 7800 Flashback Fridays that's been added to the Atari VCS. If you are curious about the title and the premise of the game, well then don't overthink it. It's ninjas playing golf. The objective is to complete 18 holes, and in between putts you have to fight your way to the ball in a timely manner. If you're looking for a sequel or an updated version of Ninja Golf, then no worries, as Atari has you covered. Back in 2020, Atari launched a mobile app for Ninja Golf, and it is by far one of the better games on their App Store next to Days of Doom and Pong Quest. I'll be doing a review on mobile-based games from Atari in the coming future at the beginning of 2022, so stay tuned. Now it's time for some honorable mentions. Food Fight is a classic 80s arcade that deserves a mention, because alongside other new titles coming to the Atari VCS, Food Fight will be receiving a remake that will launch early in the year as a temporary exclusive to the Atari VCS. The game is simple enough. Make it across the stage to the ice cream cone before the enemies can catch you. Your weapon of choice is food placed across the board, but the enemy can also take advantage of this as well. The game amps up in difficulty the further you go in the game. I'm curious to see how this simplistic game can be modernized. I'll be making a video game review as soon as the game itself launches. Among the many other new titles coming to the Atari VCS, we also have Guardian Wars, which is a tactical strategy game similar to Sentinel on the Atari ST, and has been in development for some time, as stated by the creator Ian Weeks himself. Other titles include Red Rust, Spirit of the Samurai, BMP Boy, and Journey to Riftworld. Another honorable mention are the Airy Bird series, which for me were very enjoyable. The full series is included on the Atari VCS with Little Bird Adventures, Journey Beyond Time, Broken Memories, and Sky Castle. Personally, I liked Little Bird Adventures and Journey Beyond Time as they both offered a narrative that makes you feel as if you're living the life of this omnipresent bird. I highly recommend the first two games in the series, but the other two, Broken Memories and Sky Castle, offer a steady decline in the series. I do feel that Broken Memories is a decent game but lacks in repetition compared to the first two, and Sky Castle, although it attempts to offer something different, it still fails to deliver. I will be releasing a video on the entire Airy series for the Atari VCS in the coming weeks. I suspect that the fifth and final game of the series, Airy, called Mines, is expected to arrive on the Atari VCS sometime in 2022, but the date is currently unknown. If you've made it this far, please give me a like and press the subscribe button to get more of my video game content coming soon to Kraz Productions. I have been Kazdan Azan, and thank you for watching.